away from here just about 15 minutes ago, maybe 10 minutes ago, and we are assuming that that was young Dolph's car. It was a sports car, a green sports car, that was hitched to a trailer, and they were taking it.
Yes, that was young Dolph's car.
And we have been told that the shooting apparently happened inside the store, and but we're trying to get all of the details. But again, a very still blocked off scene for now, but that may be opening up pretty soon. Traffic was a nightmare earlier, but now it seems that some of the traffic is being allowed back in, and once these barricades are down behind me, then you'll be able to get down airways. But as of now, that's not the case. It is not open. People still out here, though. Still a few people, not as many as early as around 1 o'clock this afternoon, but people still here, still waiting and hoping to get some information. But now, as we know, for tonight, that information coming from the police department will be done via Twitter. I'm News Channel 3's April Thompson reporting live.
Okay, bringing us the latest from the scene. Thank you so much, April. So the investigation now continues, but let's let you know how we got here. The call about the shooting first came in around 1 o'clock this afternoon from the 2300 block of Airways. Now, initially, information from police was very vague. They would only say that one person had been shot and pronounced dead, but early on, they wouldn't say who. Airways Boulevard north of I-240 was essentially a parking lot. It was shut down as people flooded the area to find out what was going on. And ever since then, the backup has been causing major traffic delays on the interstate just a few blocks away. Right now, let's check in with WREG's Jarita Patterson. She's also there on the scene at Airways. Jarita, what do you know?
Yeah, so extremely busy, extremely active, I should say, still out here. Happening in just the last 5 minutes, Greg and Stephanie, CSI vans started to make their way. So they're sort of on the move. It's unclear if they are leaving or if they are just sort of repositioning. And we have seen several unmarked vehicles that are also starting to make their way into the barricade. Let me also let you know where we are, by the way. We're at Ball in Lindbergh, about, I would say, half a mile, if that.
They've been up there pretty much.
Over here to the left, you can see
pretty much half the day.
Flashlight. That is what they're starting to bring out. More and more flashlights. Unclear as to why they're targeting this area. Perhaps
they're still looking.
Again,
I guess they're still looking for
unconfirmed, but perhaps
some clues on where that shooter may be.
Have come this way, because we have seen them coming and going from inside this gas station. It looks like they're really focusing resources and attention, possibly trying to get surveillance video.
Okay, so he was buying cookies. Okay.
Just the last 5 or 10
I figured it much because there's nothing else over there besides a laundromat or some shit.
About half a mile away from Makita's. I can tell you, Chief Davis actually released a statement by way of Twitter.
What the fuck you laughing at?
About 10-15 minutes ago, saying that the preliminary information indicates that the victim is Adolph Robert Thornton Jr., better known, of course, as Young Dolph. So that is the unfortunate part. She did emphasize that the information will have to be confirmed through the identification process, but she released that information that just into us, and that was about 10-15 minutes ago. Again, a live lookout here. This is what's happening real time. We want to make sure we keep you abreast of what's happening as it is happening, as this is still very much an evolving story. But CSI making its way down to where we're currently located here at this Valero gas station, which is at the intersection of Airways and Ball Road. We have seen officers coming and going from inside that gas station. Unclear, but perhaps they're just trying to gather as much information, as much surveillance as they possibly can, as there are still a lot of unanswered questions. We're going to stay in close contact, of course, with police, with our sources to get more information. We're not alone. We are joined by, I would say, probably half a dozen or so fans out here. They have started to sort of scale back their presence following the shot that, again, Young Dolph is believed to be the person who was shot and killed earlier this afternoon. You're talking about 4 hours into this investigation, a lot of moving parts, a lot of unknowns still, but we'll stay in close contact, bringing you information as it becomes available. We're live in South Memphis. Jarita Patterson, WREG, News Channel 3.
All right, thank you, Jarita. And Jarita telling us that crime scene investigators are just arriving on the scene to begin processing the information and evidence there. And authorities just towed away the vehicles that were at the scene in front of the bakery. Witnesses saw this sports car and maybe an additional vehicle, an Altima, being towed away from the scene as well.
The state and city leaders are joining a growing call for the city to now issue a curfew. State Representative London Lamar tweeted, quote, "I'm making the suggestion."
Boy.
And Memphis City Councilman J.B. Smiley issued a statement saying in part that he's grieving like every other Memphian and that he's hopeful the city will implement a curfew to preserve the safety of all citizens.
This is what you get when we have a city with an abundance of haters. Just when somebody rise up and become extremely productive and accumulate a decent amount of resources, the people that you come up with, they want to take you down a few pegs, if not take all the pegs out from the bunny, They don't want to see you doing better than them. They don't want to see you prospering, and they're not. That's how it is when you in a city that has a high poverty rate, like Memphis, So he done rolls up through the rap game, and people that he come up with, whom are still in the same neighborhood where he tried to go to get some cookies and possibly go hang out and kick it with some people, Probably, took him out. They didn't want to see him come up. They probably followed him around and all this crap. I bet you they ambushed him. He probably never knew what hit him. You know what I'm saying? It's always it's usually a cowardly act when something like this happens. The rapper always gets ambushed, the shit always tends to come out of nowhere. So, and that's pretty much it, though. I hate the man gone, though. He was doing big things. Made a name for himself. You would think his haters would look at him as an inspiration instead of hating on him. Look at yourself in the mirror. See how you can do like Dolph. Not necessarily be like him, but do like him, Rise up and prosper through effort and hard work. They could have done the same thing. Not necessarily about being a rapper, but other things, We need more than rappers. We need we need doctors, lawyers, mechanics, electricians, architects, plumbers, truck drivers, anchormen, weathermen. Yeah, HVAC technicians. We need people like that. So they could have got up off their ass and took up some training class to take up any of the aforementioned trades. But no, want to do this shit. All right, that's all I got. Again, rest in peace to Dolph. Rest in peace. Peace and blessings and prayers going out to his family. And just keep your eyes peeled out there. If you find yourself in his position, you prospering, you're doing good, you didn't excel at what you do, and you didn't able to put yourself up in a nice position in life. Just watch it. Just keep your eyes peeled. If you decide to go back to hang out or chill wherever you grew up at, just just keep your head on a swivel. Just keep your eye out, you know what I'm saying? And most of all, keep it low key. Keep it low key when you go back to the hood, you know. Stay low key. You gotta be low key when you're going back to the hood. You don't want to be too flashy. You don't want to be too flamboyant, because that most definitely gonna raise some antennas and ruffle some feathers, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, with that being said, I will wrap with y'all a little bit later. Peace out.